Hello everyone! In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to connect Printify to Etsy. So if you haven't known yet, Printify is actually a platform that allows you to create a print-on-demand orders. All you have to do is just choose on your product, design it, and then you can order it once someone wants to buy your product. And if you don't know where to market your Printify product yet, Etsy is one of the platforms that are going to help you do that. And today I'm going to show you how to connect this to platform. So right here, I actually already have a pop-up store, but I'm not going to connect that one to Etsy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on add a new store. And once you click on that, Printify are going to show you all of the sales channel that you can connect with. So there is Etsy, there is Shopify, there is TikTok US, Walmart, Printify Pop-Up, which is the other shop that I have, eBay, Squarespace, Wix, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, etc. We're just going to click on the Etsy's one because Printify fortunately allows us to directly connect with Etsy. So all you have to do is insert your Etsy's address or your Etsy's email logged into it through Printify, and then your Etsy's and Printify are going to be connected. So you can read more about it if you would like to take a look on why would you want to connect your Printify with Etsy's. Printify actually have a page for that. Go ahead and take a look and read it if you want. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a product to our Printify store that are connected to Etsy's. So go back to your dashboard, and if you scroll down, you're going to find a product that are currently most popular on sale, and then you can choose on what product would you like to sell. For example, I would want to sell this ceramic mug right here, so I'm going to go ahead and design it first. Now, Printify actually gives you some free design that you can use, but I don't really like using the ready-made design because I feel like it's unoriginal, and I sometimes don't really like how the design looks like. So what I do is I like to go to Canva and then create my own pictures on Canva and then download it as PNG without any background so that my pictures are going to pop up on the product that I'm designing, and I can just choose the background color directly on the product. As you can see right here, I have this sushi pictures. I felt like it's very cute. I designed this little pictures back in Canva, and then I'm going to try and play around with the background of the product, and I feel like these red colors look pretty nice. And once you've done with your design, you can always click on the preview to see on how your product might looks like in real life. So usually when you're designing your product, Printify have this sections that are going to give you pictures of how your product will looks like when it's done being printed. So go ahead and take a look at the preview before you actually decided to publish your product. Now I want to try and use another pictures that are going to have more patterns, because on the preview I can see that my mug looks a little bit empty. I don't really like that. So I'm going to try and upload another pictures. You actually can use more than one pictures when you're trying to design your product, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to choose another pictures that have more pattern. So that's what I do. I am adding my patterned pictures just so that my mug will look a little bit more festive, and then I'm going to try and fit my pictures into it. And I don't really like how it looks like for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate my pictures so that instead of portrait it's going to be landscape, and then I'm going to adjust it manually, covering all of the designed area of my product. And I'm going to change the background color as white, and then once again I'm going to try to see how my product will look like once it's done being printed. And I prefer this one. I like how it looks like. I like how the design is covering all of the surface of my product. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next step. And on this next step, you can change your title name, because usually once you try to design a product, the listing detail and the product description is going to be exactly the same with the original product. So if you would like to add more details, if you would like to change the title or the pricing, etc., this is the part where you do it. And once you've done with everything, go ahead and click on publish. And now you got your first product. Next, what you're going to do is you will want to set up your store. So currently, the store, my Printify store that are connected to Etsy's only have my Etsy store as a name. I don't really like that. So I'm going to change my store into Sunshine Store, so that when people are trying to shop from my store, this is the name that they were going to see. It's going to say Sunshine Store instead of just my Etsy stores. So go ahead and rename your store, and then you can also choose on the ship from address. I would want to choose the Printify default instead of the custom address, because the Printify default will say the name of the printer provider instead of my address. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then next, you also have the options to turn on order routing. So in Printify, usually when you try to design and sell some product, they're going to give you some print provider options. And sometimes your print provider could actually run out of the product. So if you turn on the order routing, what it does is that once your chosen print provider ran out of the product, Printify are going to automatically try to find a new printer provider, and it's going to direct your order to the second printer provider. Now, what I don't like about that is, for example, let's say there is this case where your customer is ordering two type of product. Let's say they're ordering the same mugs, but only one, but my preferred print provider only have one mug, and then let's say that Printify are going to find another provider for me. The product that are going to be sent is obviously going to be sent on different time, and the quality might differ. So I don't like that. I prefer to have my product to be sent by one printer provider. So if that if they don't have enough product for me to sell, I'm just going to want to change the print provider manually. Let me give you a quick example. So you can see that this one product right here actually have a selections of printer provider. If you scroll down, you can choose whether you will want to start designing on the first provider or the second provider. So you can see that their rating is quite different. One have 9.7 star, meanwhile the other one have only 7.7. I wouldn't want my product to be designed by both of them. I would want all of my product to be provided by the first one. So that is why I don't really like the order routing option, but it's actually up to you. If you're okay with what I've just explained earlier, go ahead and turn it on. Now, once you've got customers that are going to buy your product on Printify, you're going to want to approve your order, and you can also settings the order approval on the store settings. So whether you want to manually approve it or you would want to create an automatic order approval, you can do that. There are some selections of automatic order approval, whether you will want it to be approved every hour, every 24-hour, or maybe you would like to set a certain time to approve your order. And I recommend to use the one-time approval a day, because once you approve an order, your credit card or your debit card are also going to be charged. So instead of getting your card to be charged multiple times a day, it's better to get your card only charged once a day. Next, you can also settings for delayed orders. So let's say that at some point you got some delayed order, you can choose whether you will want to manually send them to production, or do you want Printify to automatically send your delayed order to production. I personally prefer for Printify to automatically send the delayed order to production. So let's say if I somehow didn't check my Printify account, I will not let the order to sit for too long, but Printify is going to automatically set it to production so that it's not going to delay the product any longer. So then you can just finish up and entering the details for your store setup. And once you're done, you can finally start selling with your Printify store that are connected with Etsy's. And that's basically it. That is how you can connect your Printify store to your Etsy's account. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.